you where the fish are.
Get in there!
I tell you where the
That's
fish
a nice
are.
fish.
Yeah, man.
I tell you where the fish are.
Woo!
Make it clear.
Hey everybody, Dustin Slinker with the Bait Shack. We're here today in downtown Anchorage, Alaska on Ship Creek, where I'm going to show you how I cure my king salmon eggs for the king salmon fishing season. We take a look here. We're going to start with a fresh set of king skanks that were caught out of the fish last night. So I like to make sure we get them butterflied open, kind of dab off of any extra juices, get any blood out of there. And the way I cure, guys, you look here, I use a lot of Poske's Fire Cure here. So it's real simple. We're just going to open it up. Look, we're just going to start down, just like you're shaking cheese on spaghetti. Get a nice even coating. So I like the dark red for king salmon fishing. Down here in Anchorage, we have king salmon and silver salmon, our two primary salmons. For kings, I go dark red. I go pretty heavy on my cure. I stay away for borax on the kings down here. In this fishery, it just seems like the kings don't really take borax-laden eggs. A lot of guys will do different things. This is where I always begin my cure process. And you can see I'm just going to work this in and just massage it in between each row, trying to get it down to the skein. Just working it back through. Just take your time. Starting with some clean, fresh eggs is always helpful. And just kind of work it back through there, each row of eggs, getting all the way down. And you'll see it's already starting to really take that color in. We're just going to flip these skeins over. See, we kind of work that cure in pretty good. And we're just going to lightly dust the back. You can already see that these eggs right here are already starting to really take that cure in. They're starting to juice up. I always like to wear gloves, keep the cure off my hands. I'm playing with it daily. Just keep them off, wipe my gloves off. From right here, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these skeins of eggs. Since I only got one fish worth of eggs, I'm going to put them in 1 gallon Ziploc bag. And I'm going to let these sit in this gallon bag for up to 24 hours. I'm going to leave it at room temperature for a couple hours. This will fold them in half, set them right in there. I'm going to leave it at room temperature for a couple hours, and these eggs are going to begin to juice out, which is real nice. Every so often, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to turn the bags, moving the juices around, letting it reabsorb back into the eggs. Just like that, and just tighten it up. Just kind of move it around, and you'll see as we continue to cure eggs, these are going to get real juicy. Then after a while, it's about 4 hours, I'm going to move these into my cooler. I'm going to put them in the cooler, let them sit overnight. I'm going to keep them in there for about 24 hours. They're going to get real juicy, and then once they go in that cooler, cool down overnight, they're going to reabsorb all that juice, which is about 24 hours later. And then I'm gonna take them out. I'm gonna let them air dry for a couple hours, and now we got some nice looking eggs that are ready to fish for kings. So once you've cooled your eggs down in a cooler overnight for roughly 24 hours, we'll go ahead and pull them out of the bag. We're gonna let them air dry 3-4 hours, get ready to fish. Let's take a look at this. This has been curing overnight. Just look how these eggs took that color. You know, we got some awesome looking king eggs that are ready to put the hammer down on some big fish. The best bait to catch fish with is always your bait. And when you get your fish and she's full of eggs and you hit it with some Posky's Fire Cure, your success is going to go up. You're fishing fresh king eggs that you cured, and then your next fish is even going to be that much more enjoyable. Fishing king salmon in Ship Creek is relatively easy. As you take a look here, this is one of our primary means to get these guys. We're fishing spinning glows. I'm running a 4/0 single hook. Down here we're not on a hook restriction. You can run a single hook or a double hook. I just prefer a single hook. See this is standard mooching rig, snelled hook. We're just going to back that line through, make that bait loop. Get me a nice little chunk egg about the size of $1/2. I go right, put half and half on each side. Just kind of put it in there, and I'll just turn and bury the hook. Look what we have there. If you were a fish, would you eat that? On Ship Creek, where I'm going to show you how I cure my king salmon eggs for the king salmon fishing season. We take a look here. We're going to start